I know that you can do lasers in the summer. I just don't do very many of them.
Yeah, definitely sunscreen. Obviously, that's the most important. We always talk about that. 80 to 90% of your skin aging is actually going to come from the sun.
Your chest, I feel like, is super sun exposed. Your neck kind of like is a little protected by your chin.
Continue your retinol. Don't stop and ghost it during the summer, because then you just have to pick back up in the fall.
There's such a huge misconception about needing to stop retinoid in the summer.
You can put Botox in the armpits. You typically need a higher dose. Really great way to decrease armpit sweating.
And it lasts for a while. Like, I mean,
6
months
months
or
least,
so.
yeah.
Do you think it helps with odor? Welcome to Fill and Tell, where we spill the tea on all things aesthetics.
We're your hosts. I'm Megan.
And I'm Lauren.
We're here to give you the inside scoop on what goes on behind the treatment room door.
From filler to facelifts, skincare to aesthetic secrets.
We're taking you behind the scenes of the industry with unfiltered conversations, expert insights, and maybe a little gossip along the way. Summer will be here before we know it, and
It is here.
it is?
It's hot as hell.
Well, yeah, that's true. So we need to figure out what we can and can't do in the summer.
You just sounded like you came from my hometown.
What we can and can't do for our skin during the months of the brutal heat and sweat and UV of 11. Anywho, summer maintenance, definitely prevention. Number one,
I think,
sunscreen.
yeah. I mean, if I would say like skincare, that's my number one thing I tell patients to do in the summer.
Yeah.
I know that you can do lasers in the summer. I just don't do very many of them.
Yeah.
And I do think that if you're traveling and you're putting some things on pause and maybe you're spending, your budget's going towards doing a lot of fun things of travel in summer, that's fantastic. I love that. Just be really specific with your skincare if you do nothing else. I think that's like a big pillar. Because
Right.
you'll keep a lot of sun damage, hyperpigmentation, all that stuff at bay if you at least do that.
Agree.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about what skincare you should prioritize, and then some in-office treatments if you do want to keep up with that. Because, like Lauren said, we're not laser heavy in the summer, but you can definitely still do some microneedling and stuff. So definitely sunscreen. Obviously, that's the most important. We always talk about that. 80 to 90% of your skin aging is actually going to come from the sun. Mm-hmm. And then, like we've said before, there's a study that shows hyperpigmentation actually ages you more than wrinkles do.
Yeah.
So,
and it's going to come out in everybody, I feel like, whether you're prone or not prone, like if you're outside all summer long, you will have some hyperpigmentation
and that's okay. Like we certainly don't spend the summer indoors, nor do we expect anyone to spend the summer indoors. Broad spectrum sunscreen. We love a mineral sunscreen. We love a tinted sunscreen if you suffer from melasma. Wide brim hats, sunglasses, of course. Don't neglect your neck and your chest.
Yeah.
These are huge. And
chest for sure. I feel like I just have like such an aggressive scratch on my back.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Your chest, I feel like, is super sun exposed. Your neck kind of like is a little protected by your chin, but the chest, like the arms, you're not thinking about those areas when you're putting on sunscreen every single day, but maybe in the summer when you're outdoors a little bit more, you should start putting some sunscreen on your neck and your chest and your arms. For sure.
Agree. Tennis.
You're
You're a big tennis girly.
I'll be going to town.
Yeah.
My tennis coach doesn't.
You can tell.
And I go at 3 p.m. So like it's hot and I got a thick layer on.
You can spot immediately the patients that have played tennis or golf their whole life, or swimming, something like that's outdoors.
Yes.
Because their skin looks like leather. Mm-hmm. It really does.
It's really damaged.
And then another fun thing is SPF makeup.
Yeah.
Like you can still wear makeup and it be sunscreen. Color Science has so many products. We carry them all on due state, from a true like tinted sunscreen to blush, concealer, lip gloss.
I love the blush. And it does provide you a little extra even protection, just like that high point of the cheek where the sun is coming down and probably hitting you a little bit more. You've got your base SPF on, and then you've got a little extra 50
Yeah.
tinted with iron oxide, so you're getting that extra physical protection as well. So
Yep.
I love some SPF makeup. I think
too.
it looks really good, especially if you've been taking care of your skin and you're doing really good skincare. You can get away with SPF makeup, and it doesn't feel heavy, and it looks great.
Well, and if you
I have a scratch again.
do you need me to scratch it for you?
I'm sorry.
Is it your shirt?
It must be the tag. Sounds like.
There's nothing there. Oh, yeah, your tag.
Ow. Okay.
Did that hurt?
No, it's fine.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, hopefully, when I'm having a Euro summer, and and I'm like at a day club or like a pool or something, I can have my makeup on, but it's sunscreen.
Yes.
Okay, anywho. Continue your retinol. Don't stop and ghost it during the summer, because then you just have to pick back up in the fall.
There's such a huge misconception about needing to stop retinoid in the summer. You don't.
It's not photosensitive.
No.
Your skin, if it is a little bit irritable from it, if it's peeling a little bit and sensitized, definitely like take note of that. Put sunscreen on, but retinoids don't make your skin photosensitive.
Right. They're, and you're not using them during the day. You're using them at night.
Right.
So
we're using them at night because it degrades in sunlight. Like, that's what degrades, but in and of itself, it doesn't make your skin photosensitive like doxycycline does.
No. So you don't need to stop. Whoever spread that rumor around, you don't need to stop your retinoid. Keep using it. Maybe you, you said if you're a little bit more irritated, maybe you drop tretinoin. And if you're using it and you pick up Alpha-Ret, and that lactic acid in the Alpha-Ret actually is hydrating and a little bit more moisturizing, and so you can tolerate it a little better. Switch to that. But definitely don't stop.
Yeah, and maybe like bring down your exfoliation a little bit. We like to prioritize exfoliation in the winter just because it's so dry and it builds up. But there's always little tweaks you can do to keep your retinol in the game.
Yeah, which is just just use it.
Another one that I feel like people miss or struggle with is barrier protection in the summer, because they feel a little bit more oily.
Yeah.
Or the air has more humidity in it. So even if you're oily, maintain your hydration, because that's going to protect your barrier, especially if you're continuing a retinoid.
Mm-hmm. The misconception is that if I'm oily, I don't need a moisturizer, which isn't true. You just need a different one.
Yeah.
So maybe you were using a heavier moisturizer in the winter months, and now that it is summer, you go down to a little lighter weight moisturizer. Trio is fantastic. That's lightweight. Hydrinity's Hydra-C is lightweight. Those are great moisturizers in the summer, but you don't stop using it just because you're oily. Otherwise, you're going to produce more oil.
Yeah.
And then you're at a risk for lots of breakouts.
Or Dynamic Age Defense by Pavese. We both love that. I feel like it acts as a moisturizer too. So if you really did skip moisturizer, maybe incorporate that one, because it's great.
I have some patients, my patients who work from home, don't necessarily want to do an entire skincare routine and then sit at home all day. And so I will tell them to cleanse, wash your face, and then go straight to Pavese Dynamic Age Defense, and you're covered all around. You've got everything. You've got your, antioxidant, you've got your moisturizer, and you have your sunscreen, and that sunscreen will last you 8 hours. So it's a great product.
Yeah, and you just mentioned antioxidants, so those are crucial for summer. Mm-hmm. Again, cleanse, antioxidant, SPF. Because those are protecting you from
the environment.
And
the sun.
Yep. It helps your sunscreen work more efficaciously.
Yes.
And also it protects you from all the stuff that's in the air.
Yeah, I mean, the sun is breaking, it's causing all of this. It's basically causing this inflammation to happen. We talk about reactive oxidative species all the time, which is such a large word for for what it's actually doing, but it causes inflammation and oxidative stress, and that leads to damage. And shows up in poor skin quality and hyperpigmentation and wrinkles. So you want that antioxidant to prevent that from happening. All that to say.
Yeah. So that's the skincare that we recommend this summer.
Make it simple for yourself. Like, I know that summer gets busy. Kids are out of school. Like, the schedule changes a lot. So stick to your core ingredients in the morning and evening. Make it simple for yourself.
And by core, you mean definitely an antioxidant like a vitamin C and a sunscreen in the morning.
Yeah.
Try to incorporate your retinol at night.
And I do think
moisturizer.
I think just also focusing on some pigment, So if you're prone to hyperpigmentation, adding in a pigment inhibitor is helpful.
Yeah, I feel like we went from kind of like this core 3, which was vitamin C, retinol, and SPF, to almost like this Fab 4,
right?
Which included a pigment inhibitor, because those also can help to decrease inflammation and help with a little bit of redness too. Some of them. So yeah. In-office treatments, obviously, like maintain your Botox. That's the easiest thing to do in the summer. We all are feeling good. We're out in the sun again. We have summer trips, so definitely Botox. There's no downtime.
Right.
You don't have sensitivity, and we all know what it does.
Absolutely. So if you got your Botox in March, you'll be due again in what, July? April, May, June, July. Yeah. If you got it in January, you're due about now, May.
Yeah, and then that would be perfect all summer.
All summer long. That's right.
Some other things that Botox can do is like a hyperhidrosis treatment. So
I was thinking about doing that. I didn't do it last year. I didn't think about it till like the end of summer, and now I'm thinking I should do it.
Yeah, sweaty palms, sweaty pits.
Yeah.
Sweaty
feet.
Yep, we can do Botox in all of these places. I would probably numb your feet.
Numb the hands too, because it's a little sensitive there.
So Botox can help. Hyperhidrosis is just the medical term for excessive sweating. So you can put Botox in the armpits. You typically need a higher dose. So keep that in mind financially.
Typically.
But really great way to decrease armpit sweating.
And it lasts for a while. 6 months or so. Yeah. So it's a good bang for your buck. Do you think it helps with odor?
Well, does sweat cause odor? Or what causes the actual odor?
The P. acnes bacteria, right?
Is that increased through excessive sweating?
Sound off in the comments if you know the answer. I don't know.
Remember when I asked you guys to look up red nail theory? And of course I got called.
Neutral nails for life.
I talk about red nail theory, and then I go to get my nails done, and I get not red for the first time in 6 months to a year.
What color is that?
I'm going back to red.
What color is that?
I have no idea.
I got red on my toes this time.
I actually like your color. I was thinking about getting that for the grand opening, but I think I need to do red.
This is sheer chrome.
Red is? Another thing we won't be stopping in summer and we'll definitely be encouraging our patients to do is microneedling.
Yeah, this is a great summer treatment. It has no downtime hardly. You leave red, 24 hours later, you're good to go. Put some tinted sunscreen on, carry on.
And I love our microneedling treatments that we have at Dew State because it's not just microneedling. We are incorporating typically some microtox. So that's going to help with pores and sweating on the face.
Redness, that really will help with rosacea, and everyone will be flaring rosacea this summer. Yeah.
And then some growth factors. So either PDGF or PDRN.
Little skin boosting action.
Yep. And then I would not be opposed to doing a VI peel.
No.
I would be fine with that in the summer.
All of these things, we don't encourage you just to go, blast yourself out in the Mexican sun afterwards, but you're going to have less likely,
adverse event.
Like you would with a laser. But you still need to be doing good sun protection and covering with a hat and just practicing safe.
Yeah, we're not saying go get microneedled and then go have a trip to the Bahamas a few days later.
Right.
And we are also definitely saying you still need to incorporate XYZ, sunscreen, etc.
Yes.
But
generally very safe.
Great collagen stimulation. Yeah. I was thinking about this as I was thinking about what treatments are great for summer. And I really think stacking your biostimulatory treatments, or at least starting some in the summer, is beneficial, because once we get to winter, I feel like people are out of the sun. Like, they're not in the sun as much, so they're feeling like that just
winter slump.
Yeah. And by that time, your sculpture would definitely be kicked in, and you would be seeing changes. And then you have such a glow for the holidays.
Yes.
And Sculptra is something you can do in the summer. Again, like, we're looking for things that...
And has no downtime.
Yeah. So
None.
it's like, in summer, we want things that have minimal to no downtime.
Right.
Sculptra and biostimulators like Radius are one of those. By the time it kicks in, it'll be end of summer, fall. Yeah. People still have lots of fall travel plans. Yeah. So
I do love that. And like we said, just you can have that injected and go right back to work, put some tinted sunscreen on before you leave the office. No one will know that you had it done.
Yeah.
And besides like a tiny little, pin prick from a needle, that's about the only sign that you'll see, which is easily covered with some concealer. But I love the stacking treatment. I think while you get your microneedling, get your Sculptra in the summer.
Yeah, the micro sculpt treatment. Love that.
And then you will be set, and all of that Sculptra will be kicked in by the fall and winter and holiday parties, because sometimes you don't think about it until then, and you have all these events that are coming up, and you want all these things done, but that one takes some time, and you need to give yourself 3, 4, 6 months even sometimes before you see the full results.
Right. So like if you're like me and your birthday is in August, or you have some like late summer travel, think about doing your biostimulators now.
Right.
Think
so
about
doing will have some benefit then.
Yeah. And like last one, I think Skin Vive would be really fun, because that also has no downtime.
You do a lot more.
I love
Skin Vive like for hydration. Yeah. I do it a lot more for fine lines and kind of plumping up like little marionette areas and stuff. But you really do it for cheek hydration, glow. Your patients have liked it?
Yeah, I do it for both. Yeah. I mean, I feel like in the same person, I could do some for true hydration, but then I will bring it this way, definitely, and do, just some of those little fine lines.
I really loved it around the mouth and like this marionette little area, little fine lines, radial cheek lines, those little smile lines when you smile. I think it does a really good job at not over bulking that area and just kind of strengthening that dermis a little bit. And then, if you extend it out into the cheek, it will give you a nice little glow and hydration, internal hydration there.
So if you guys don't know what Skin Vive is, it's just basically like a micro droplet injectable that helps with hydration. And in turn, hydrated skin has less fine lines. And so, like Lauren was saying, she uses it and loves it for like perioral. But it just increases radiance. It helps with skin smoothness, hydration, texture, fine crepey lines.
I love it in the lips as like internal lip gloss. It does a really good job. It has a little lower HA to it, so it can potentially not last as long, but I think it still does a good job with longevity.
For lips.
Yes.
Yeah. So even though we're calling it a filler because it's made of hyaluronic acid, it's not a filler that's contouring or causing any definition. It's strictly just for the skin itself.
Yeah. Think of it like your little plumper.
Yeah.
That's all it's doing.
It pairs really well with microneedling and Sculptra. Yeah. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
I think that would be a fun stack treatment, Skin Vive and Sculptra. I think we had talked about that, but we haven't tried it yet.
On you.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
That's right.
That's those are the two things I want.
Wonderful.
So tomorrow. Anywho, I hope this helps you guys.
Plan your summer. Yes. I prioritize your skincare more than anything. Add in and sprinkle in a couple of these treatments, but
don't be ghosting us this summer.
I know. I'm not gonna say don't get a laser, but we're not doing a ton.
If you are thinking of a laser and you can hold out, because Lauren and I have big plans for probably fall into winter.
I'm hoping
we're gonna make a big purchase. and you will be extremely excited because I am.
Yes, we're going to demo
gonna be a
it
Mac
soon. So, gonna burn my face off one more time.
Okay, follow us on all platforms, Spotify, Instagram, and YouTube, as well as Due State. So Fill and Tell and Due State.
Yes, go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Like us.
Okay, guys, see you next time. Happy summer.